All right, so everything you're looking at here, this is the U.S. debt clock. It's a real-time debt clock, and it never stops. And you can look it up at any time. usdebtclock.org. There's an app that you can have that will send you alerts too. But now there are people that can decipher this stuff depending on what their stake is and what these numbers mean. But in general, if you've been paying attention to this stuff, the debt here, they're racking up debt. This is all backwards. This should be going the other way. Because why? Because we're not collecting as much tax as we were. And I'm not going to claim to be an expert on how to, eyeball this stuff, but they're adding to the debt and sinking it into the tax revenue. And my only guess is that it's sunk into Medicare, all the thing with Nesara that I did in my last video earlier. This is all wrong. At least these main parts right here. These are all backwards. Green should be red, red should be green. Now, unfunded debt interest, notice, I'm looking at okay, this right here. When they say we've only got like 19 trillion, that's not true. This is the real number here. So I'm just trying to make heads or tails of this. Now, it's an interesting thing to look around on this debt clock. Oh, there's a... You can see my last searches, the mark of the beast. Interesting. Okay. This just doesn't make sense. Any of you financial experts out there, feel free to chime in. But this looks very, very backwards to me. And this is what it's supposed to look like when Nesara kicks in, because they start. This is how you crush the Fed. So when this is happening, basically they're loaning and they're eating debt, and the government is supposedly going to come in and buy off the debt. And guess what? All this debt that we've been kicking down the road, the government's going to own it. And that is the trick. That is how the government, comes in and buys up the notes. Just like your banks sell the debt, our government is now in the business of buying our debt. This is tax revenue. We're not working right now. Our tax revenue should not be skyrocketing. This is all backwards. I may be wrong. I gotta spend some time making heads or tails of this, but this is backwards. I'm gonna see if I can pull up some videos to where there might be something to kind of give us like what each little quadrant means or little area means. I mean, this is all, it depends on where your juice is squeezed from. Social Security, defense budget, This is all real-time spending. And it's kind of confusing, but if you've looked at it for any length of time, this is backwards. This should be green, at least right now. The tax revenue should definitely be red compared to what it's been. This is a big deal. If Nesara has begun, I'm guessing, and I got to look at it for a while. This is not normal. So just take a look at it. Educate yourself. Nesara, Jasara. If you don't know what that is, look up Saint Germain. But it's going to be big. And when I say big, like life-changing within the week, if I'm right here. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, anyway, take what you want for it. All right. Cheers, guys.